Hey guys, how you doing?
Hello.
Welcome to my first stream ever.
Hey guys,
I
how you
think it's
doing?
fitting that I have my son on for the my first stream on my channel.
Hello.
Welcome everybody. I see we got Salty Texas C here. Dovey, I'm not even gonna try and say your whole name. I can't do it. You know I can't do it. So you guys have seen me on enough
Prophet
streams
Junior.
at this
Hello.
point. Prophet Junior, yes, Salty. Uh, so you guys know by now that I can't pronounce anything. So I'll do the best I can. Um, but forgive me. You guys know my pronunciation is very very lacking. But thank you for tuning in for my first live stream here. I've been talking to a few people online, and they said that about Wheel of Time, and they said be an interesting topic, being as my son Ryan here, who has had not read Wheel of Time before. Uh, Read it pretty much because of me, I guess, but we'll delve into that a little bit more as we start asking him some questions, grilling him, and just giving it to him here a little bit. And if you guys got any questions in chat for him, we'll try and do the best we can to add some of those to the fray. And so thank you all for coming. I appreciate it. Ryan, I'll try and go easy on you. I know that
All right.
you know first time reader type thing, and sort of twisted your arm into this a little bit, but
I wouldn't say twisted my arm. I wouldn't say that.
no, you okay? Well, sort of dragged you, half
Yeah.
kicking and screaming.
Okay. All right. Maybe.
So I guess the best thing, the first thing to start off, for I think the most interesting thing for me
I
is
read the first book to the guy in chat.
which one
Eye of
here?
the World. That's the only one I've read so far.
So he's just finished Eye of the World, so he is pretty much I would say even with the show, but we know the show doesn't follow anything. So so where the show is supposed to be. Um, but I guess the first question I want to start off with, that I think would be fun to hear, is what was it like watching the show with me? Like, without having read the book before. You haven't read anything. I've sat you down on the couch with my father, his grandfather, who didn't
He
make it.
he was for the first 2 episodes, but
Yeah.
also just before we really start here, I just want to say, sorry if you can hear my chair squeaking in the background. It's pretty like a squeaky chair, so sorry about that. But watching the show, when I watched the show, I had not read any of the books, so I didn't really know what was going on outside of the show. And you did, so it was a lot of like you getting talking and yelling and getting mad a lot at the show because it was like stuff they were messing up stuff. I was like, man, I don't even know what's going on. So it's like I had no idea what was going on, but you did, and it was very like, all right, well, I guess they messed this up pretty bad because, man, but yeah, but it was it was fun. It was fun.
Well, I think it was
I
fun
think
because you
read it
got to
better
see me.
because like
You got the live rants as the show was going. So I
yes,
guess
the
that
live,
that
yeah,
must be next season. We might have just have to record me screaming, except for what was it,
it
episode
was, yeah,
was it
watch my
episode
dad.
6 that we just laughed through, and I thought I just didn't care anymore because we just laughed? Was
That
that
was
was
like
that
the love
episode 6?
triangle episode, right? Episode 6.
I don't. They all sort of go together. I haven't
The one
brought
where
the
they're all
strength to.
crying. That's the one where they're all crying, right?
It's
Like,
6 or
well, I
7
guess
where
that's
they're all
every
crying.
episode. They're all crying.
I don't know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's exactly right. There's more tears than sword fighting. So yeah. So I figured, and then I guess from there it was did like what made you decide to read the book? Like, start the book. I mean, I know you got a lot of things going on. You're a young child in school, with your own video games and your own streaming endeavors. But uh, what made you decide to read the books? Was it me, or just
Well, I think the biggest. Well, I'm not really like I think you because I know it was. I know the books were good. I know the books were supposed to be good because I know you. I mean, even before the show, I know you've talked about we're talking about Wheel of Time and stuff. So so I already knew you liked it. I knew you read that sort of stuff. But the show was like, just, I guess, hearing from you how badly they just butchered it, I was sort of like curious, like what the books were like. So I think it was partially because of the show and partially because of you is why I decided to read Eye of the World. So, and I did like it. I did like it a lot. So
What, the book?
the book,
I'm,
yeah,
I'm well,
the book.
I guess that's the natural
the
next
book, the
question.
book.
I guess that's the natural next question. I mean, you've now read all of Eye of the World. What's it make you think of the show now that you finished Eye of the World? So you watched the show, you were lost. Like it, all you have to go on is me flipping out and almost breaking a million things. So you read the book. So where have you now landed on? How do you feel the show did translating the book to? And I know you're going to be a little biased because obviously,
Yeah.
you had the prophet experience, but like in your opinion, did they do a good job with translating any of the books? Did they not do a good job at all? Did the show work at all? Like, what do you think? Like, after reading the books?
I don't I don't really know if they did anything at all right. Really, they got the Trollocs right. I think the Trollocs looked pretty good. I think the monsters looked pretty good.
No Jakar.
No, yeah.
No Jakar.
Actually, after reading the books, that was kind of weird. Those flying like bat things.
Yeah, you'd think that would be a great opportunity to like just
none of those anywhere for some reason.
Yeah, Jakar are pretty
I guess
important
they couldn't
too.
fit that in the budget.
Yeah.
They had to get more scenes of them crying.
They
first.
spent more crying. Yeah, fake tears. They spent on fake tears and blowing bad CGI wisps or whatever the hell you want to call them. But
yeah, but I don't think the show. It's almost like it took the Wheel of Time. It's like it feels like an alternate universe. The 40K Beastmen. I don't know what. Listen, I don't know what those are.
He's talking Warhammer 40K.
Warhammer 40K.
So, yeah. So keep going. I'm just gonna highlight some of these. Keep going, man.
But
so yeah, I guess we'll segue into something else. How about we'll just go. I don't even know if I wrote this one down. Which scene do you wish was in the show that they left out? Which scene, character, maybe both? Like what were you the most upset after reading the book that you didn't get to see on the show?
Well, I'm not really sure if it's like, well, it was already for me, the scene was like something like already in the show, but I wish they actually did it closer to how the book was done when they went to open the Waygate into the ways. It was just out in the open and they had Moraine open it. Yeah. And I think it would have been a lot better if they had the Waygate where it was in the book. It was like in the cellar like basement.
Yeah, and we all know who
of the like store, I think it was.
Yeah, we all know who opened it up too. It wasn't
right? Yeah, Loyal, yeah.
Yeah,
so it would have gave Loyal actual use in the show since he's just sort of there.
Well, yeah, that's that. Well, that and is I think it is our friend.
There was no
a man from Matherin of Matherin. He calls him. He looks like a carrot, which is pretty accurate. Because he looks nothing like I would picture him. But
the afro, I mean.
Well, yeah,
that wasn't the afro was sort of funny.
The weird afro, yeah, it's a weird style choice, but yeah, I think that's one of it's weird because Loyal is such a I'm not gonna say small character. He's a very important character, but it's they've taken away so much of his agency and what makes him important already in just this first season, right? I mean, the Waygates are sort of his thing, and now he doesn't even open them, right?
He doesn't even open it.
I mean, you're not that, you're just an eye of the world. So, but Loyal didn't have much to do in the show, did he?
No.
So, but I got a question here from Salty. Let me.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Was it easy to get into Eye of the World were there parts that were better, cooler than others?
I think getting into Eye of the Worlds, it was, at least for me, I think a little bit of a slow start, but it was sort of what I was expecting because it's the first book in a series, in a long series, so I was expecting it to be kind of slow. But there were actually, like, once you got sort of past the whole introduction part, I did actually like it a lot. There was a lot of scenes. I think every scene, pretty much every fighting scene, I was very happy with. I think they were all pretty cool. Shadow Logos, the whole like escape was very cool for me. I like that a lot.
Yeah,
And the
yeah.
parts where parents sent the wolves on the White Cloak camp, I like that part a lot too. That's probably one of my favorites.
Well, you're a Wolfie boy,
I
so
like,
you like the Wolfies.
yeah, no, those I like wolves. Wolves are
Yeah,
cool.
you got to join Salty's Wolf Brothers, man. I mean, we're a whole clan of Wolf Brothers now, right? But yeah, no. So that's cool. So and then we got another question here. So it says, I am Vendel says, who was done the dirtiest, and why is it Tom?
Why is it
Hard
Tom?
to argue. It's hard
Can I,
to
can I
argue with that
answer every
statement.
single person in the show? Like, is that
Yeah. So I guess the question is, which
But
character?
I think
Book to
personally, I
show.
think the one that
Right.
was done the worst was Perrin. I think Perrin was the worst. After reading the book, they're all done pretty bad, in my opinion. But I do think they did Perrin the worst, just because he just felt like a wimp, like the whole show. Like, oh my god, do something, Perrin! Like, he doesn't have an axe. He's a dinky little dagger. It is like, where's the axe? I want to see the axe.
Where's the axe? He's got that little dinky dagger that he ends up giving away anyways, right? I mean, what the heck are we doing? Oh my god, yeah. We didn't really see the axe at all, did we?
No, I don't even know if it was in the. I don't even remember
No,
if it was.
I don't count that whatever he didn't use in the last episode as his axe. So, but Nerdporial's here,
I saw. Yeah, I
my
saw that
Better
one.
Call Saul
I had
brother.
to answer this one.
Thank you for coming to watch me badly interview my son. But he's got since of course you got your Mega Man Rockman thumbnail there. Oh my
Yeah,
God, it's Rockman. I need to ask what your favorite Mega Man is now. Helos 3. So what's your favorite Mega Man?
Mega Man 3 is pretty good, but I gotta say Mega Man 7 is my favorite one. That is I think Mega Man 7. I wish they did more in that style. Like, I know it's sort of like not a. I know it's one of the more not liked ones, but I really liked it. I liked the art, and I like pretty much everything about 7. I think Mega Man 7 is the best one, in my opinion, for the classic series.
Mega Man 7?
Yes.
Okay, I can dig it. I don't know that I remember Mega Man 7. Sorry, I'm trying to do 3 things at once. I don't know how any of these guys do this, so bear with me, guys. I don't know how you guys do. It's too much. I'm too.
He's a newbie.
So yeah, newbie exactly. I guess I'll finally get used to it. But the questioners, sir, message me later. We gotta hook up. Has asked which of the Edmondsfield 5 is your favorite character in the book. So we're not talking about all characters. Which of the Edmondsfield 5? So
In the
I'm
book or in the show? In the book?
in the books. It says the book.
Oh yeah, in the book. Sorry.
You can read.
Sorry, I can
I'm
read.
pretty sure you are literate. You I hope you're halfway through high
No,
school.
all right. Yeah, in the
Schools
book.
have gotten really bad.
I mean, listen. I gotta say it. I think Rand's my favorite of the Edmondsfield 5. I think just because come on, he has the sword. He's the dragon. I mean, come on, he's.
Oh man, I thought you were gonna go with Wolfie Boy.
But that's cool. I
guess you
don't know.
haven't
I like them both. I like them all really in the book. I like them all.
You haven't seen Parent at full power
But
yet.
yeah, like that's the thing. Parents' power is cool. I like the wolves, but he doesn't really do much with them. Like, I mean, he has some moments, but he doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, I feel like Parent did get a ton of like screen time. I guess I don't know the right phrase for the
Parent wasn't in the show, so we're talking about books.
well, book time. Well, I don't know. I know about the book. Like, what do I call it? Like screen time or book time?
Book time.
Book
Because
time.
we know that none
I
of
don't
them
know. I
make any
feel like I would
appearances.
have liked to see more of Parents.
None of them make any appearances in the books. Let's not get that twisted, right? Like none of them. So excuse me. Let's see if we got some more questions. This is better than anything I've written down to ask you. So that's great. So what's your favorite? We'll just go. What's your favorite character in the book?
I think my
besides for the image. I mean, you already hit the Edmondsfield 5. So just Just any of them, just from the book, you know,
You see,
and were
because he
they in the
wasn't
show? And
in the show,
what's
but
that?
I think Elias was my favorite character. Like I don't know, he doesn't really do a lot, but I really liked Elias. Like I know he didn't, but I don't know, just something about Elias just seemed really cool to me. He's like, I just really liked Elias a lot, and I wish he was in the show, but I just really liked him. Like I don't know, he just seemed like really cool. Like I really like those like sort of like grizzled like cool characters.
Yeah. Thanks, Salty. Yeah, I know it's laughable since I can't read. Yeah.
Oh, you should see him type. I think
Yeah,
that
it's
if I had a
probably
nickel for every time he
it's
missed out,
frightening, isn't
bruh,
it?
I would be a millionaire. That's what I'm
He
saying.
he's 15 and he's 15 times smarter than me. So there you go. So let's see here. Let's see with Jaden. Hello, my friend. Good to see you. Let's see.
Hello.
To the Prophet of the Dragon Sun, once you finish the series, you will agree with me that Rand is the greatest chosen one of all time.
Well, I'm
I
not.
I,
I,
I
I guess there's more than one chosen one. But listen, right now Rand has made a good first impression on me. I like Rand.
yeah, I've always been a Rand guy. I don't know. I can't really, place why, but I do want to ask you something. So we were talking about this before. So Elias, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
were you disappointed once you read the book that he wasn't
I
in the
was
show?
disappointed he was not in the show.
And
But I
how,
feel like it would have been a great way to give some explanation as to what Perrin's powers were, because they just sort of show up like, oh hey, by the way, guys, I have these now, but
well, he doesn't even use them right. His eyes just
doesn't
go yellow, and it's
his
just
eyes
like,
just go yellow when he gets
yeah, what
mad.
are you doing? Yeah, as I
Or
like to
some
say,
poorly written like
werewolf Hulk Perrin, right? So, but I do want to show you this. I don't know if you've seen this, but so Elias is in season 2, apparently.
Dude, the picture is it's such a bad picture. Looks
Yeah,
like they
right.
photoshopped his head on.
So,
Like
so when you think Elias, this is the guy, right? This is exactly what you pictured.
it's
Let me guess.
not really what I pictured, but it's one of those things I could see it happening maybe if they gave him some like, but it's like
You
it's
are
an
such a
old guy.
generous
Like
young child.
I was imagining like an old guy, like an old like
Yeah.
grizzled old guy, not like a like middle-aged guy, some old dude who's like seen a ton of crap. Like I don't know, maybe
You are
I
such a
feel like I need
generous
a
young.
better picture of him just because
Maybe,
it's like
yeah. I mean,
it's such
yeah.
a
I mean,
weird
I don't
looking
know.
picture.
I guess if he can act his way out of it, but it's just not what I would
If
picture at
yeah,
all to be
if he
Elias,
has it
right?
like if he has a deep like voice, right? A deep and he can sort of act. Listen, if the acting's good, I think he could look fine. They got to give him some good makeup,
Well, yeah, acting
for,
sort of trumps all,
like
right?
old hair and stuff. But
If they act great, then they can overcome everything else. Oh, we didn't address why Tom was done the dirtiest. So what did you think of Tom? I just got to ask that from
like
the
book Tom or show Tom
well, comparative. Like book
comparative.
Tom, we all know book Tom is awesome. I mean, there's no come on.
Oh yeah, book
Book
Tom's
Tom.
kind of yeah.
So
Book Tom is
so
awesome.
so what compared to what they did in the book? How bad was Tom in the show? I guess is the best way to put it for me.
I think they sort of like I don't know. I feel like Tom, it's like at the beginning, right when he's like like the bard. I know that's not what it's called.
Gleeman.
Gleeman.
Yeah.
Like him stealing the money in some like rickety old like mountain town bar. Like what? Like that's not Tom. Like
Yeah.
I don't see Tom that is as the type of guy to steal. And then he walks out with I forgot who it was, but he walks out with someone, and then they immediately go up to a hanging body that's just there, by the way. Also happens to have gems on it for some reason. Like, who is this guy? But it's like, hey man, let's just take the gems off of this guy. The other guy, whoever was out, I don't even remember who was out with him.
It was Matt. It was Matt the thief. Matt's also a thief, right?
Oh, it was Matt.
It was Matt the thief. Yeah,
I forgot Matt existed in the show. Honestly, like.
Yeah, right. It's hard to remember any of the three of them since they were they weren't them at all, right? So
like, I was like, oh yeah, man, let's just steal the random gems off this dead person that's hanging here.
Yeah.
And then they just take the gems and they walk away. And it's like, all right, I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
I guess that's
It's
what they're
pretty much
preaching in the
bacon.
whole show is it don't matter, just do what you got to do, right? I guess I don't know. I still haven't figured out the theme of the show at all, but let's. So we got another question for the questioners. Is this might be a little harder just because you're an eye of the world, but so far favorite nation or culture, and how would you
Favorite
describe it?
nation or
So
culture?
I mean you've seen Fall Dara,
I've
the
seen I've
Borderlands.
seen yeah, the Borderlands. I mean, I do like the Borderlands. I mean, I'd probably say the Borderlands for now, just because I mean, there hasn't been a ton of like I mean, there was a good amount of nations, but they weren't really like described like given a lot to show like their culture and stuff. Like there were like the
Yeah,
druids, like the way the leaf people. Those guys sucked.
they're
Oh
not
my god.
druids. The
What an
Tankers.
absolute drag to get through those. Like, I'm sorry, but I hate those guys. Like, I'm sorry, but those guys are
Down
so
with
boring.
peace.
Literally
Screw
falling
peace, right?
asleep reading those, man. But
Well,
I didn't really like the way the leaf people.
yeah. Well,
Edmonds Field, you know, it's a bit of a basic farming, you know, thing, which isn't really bad. They're sort of like the default like factory settings.
what the Edmonds
The Edmonds
Field
Field
guys?
people.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
um,
you get. I
but
mean,
I'd say Faldara is sort of like I like the Faldara
you got
people.
the Ogier too, right? So that's
Ogier,
you
yeah,
got Ogier.
Ogier are like okay.
Yeah, that's
Ogier are pretty
really
good.
well. You get the Andorans. Well, you don't get much of the Andorans. I mean, you get yeah, since none in the show, right? Since we don't go there.
Yeah.
What did you think of Tarvalin being replaced? Camelin being replaced from Tarvalin? Do you think that was a big deal?
Kaelin being replaced from I mean
Tarvalin. So instead of Loghain going to see Queen Morgaze, did you think that was unimportant
I
enough to
mean
clip from the show?
it's one of those things like Logain I'm trying to think.
They basically do his perp walk up to the Queen,
Like I
and
don't
that's where
think
Rand
that
meets Gwaine and Elaine and Galad.
I think I'd have to read that part again just I don't remember it
Fair
super
enough.
well, but I
Fair
would
enough.
I think it's like I mean maybe like I mean it gives I mean obviously it gives more detail and stuff, but it's like it's a show, so you're gonna have to cut out some stuff. And it's like,
Yeah, I get
all
that.
right.
Well, some stuff they cut out all the
Well, I
every.
mean, yes. I mean, well, what I mean, that's not to excuse everything else, but I mean, it's like one of those things. It's like, I mean, for a show or movie, like I could see it being cut out, but I have to go read that part again.
Yeah, that's fair
To say
enough.
for sure.
So Salty says you're restoring his faith in the future, so that's good.
I'm glad I can
Yeah.
help
So
Salty.
my children are awesome. So Jaden Hamilton says, I will say one good thing about the Waste of Time show is I'm pumped about rereading the Wheel of Time over the summer. Yeah, it really does make the Wheel of Time a lot. It makes you appreciate. I guess I
When
should
is
say
the
just
next season supposed to come out, anyways?
I don't think they've announced it yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. Somebody in chat. We've been between 13 to 17 people, which is fantastic. I can't believe it. I wasn't sure if we were going to get anybody watching. So thank you all for being here. But
She said he is.
I don't know. It could be. It could have just been me and you talking to each other. It's like you're right in the other room. Why don't we just sit on the couch? But I don't think they've officially set a release date for season 2. But I'm through. I think Lords of Chaos. Help my brother is rereading it too. One day I'm gonna have to see if I can get him on here because he was one of those people that liked the show up until episode 6, and then I won, and he admitted that it was not good. But yeah, so I'm not sure, but yeah, it's definitely worth rereading it. It gives you a whole new appreciation for what your what the books are and how good they are because they're extremely good. So let's see here. Did I miss anything here? Do you have a favorite quote? Oh man, Jade, I can't remember my name barely. How am I going to get a quote?
I'm
Do you
gonna
got
be honest. I can't remember.
now? I guess
I don't think I could pull out just a quote from
I
memory.
would have to look through it, but I have to say just because I listened to we were on a trip and we listened to part of the Eye of the World towards the end, and I got so upset because the you got oh my gosh, why can't I the king of why can't I remember his name all of a sudden? The king of
Wow,
Faldar.
fake fan.
I
Fake fan.
know, man, too much pressure. Freaking What's the king of Faldar? I can't even remember his name. How did I? Somebody help me out here. I'm making myself look like an idiot.
Mr. John Faldara.
He's dead now in the show, so
Yeah, dude, stabbed by a spear from a random Trolloc. Great job,
but
Dan. Go get him.
Agilmar, I'm sorry, Jesus, Dan, I'm
Agilmar,
sorry
yeah.
about that. So Lord Agilmar, thanks, Dan. I'm a fake fan. You're not. I appreciate you, buddy. Thank you for saving me.
Dan.
But like Lord Agilmar is sitting with just the kids, and he's just talking about Lan and him in Malkier. And I just thought to myself, what a miss for the show.
Oh, dude, I don't remember the exact scene you're talking about.
Yeah, it's
that
one
would
of
have been
those.
so great to have on the show.
Just having Agilmar just like narrate and just have flashbacks of Lan doing Lan or just Malkier falling. That's such a miss. So I know that's not a quote, but
but to have that though, we would have needed to cut out a few crying scenes, which were mole zoom ins. Which
the tier quota, right? I mean, the tier quota was needs to be met, right? So I guess so let me see if I missed any questions here. Thank you guys for all the questions. They've been awesome, better than anything I was going to ask them. So thanks for bailing me out, guys. But yeah, that is definitely that is that in Isle? I feel like he says that multiple times, but Lan's quote, "Death is lighter than a feather, duty is heavier than the mountain," is just an all-time quote.
That's a pretty good quote.
It just really is.
I don't know. I don't remember it, but that's a good quote.
Lan's got a few bangers, man, throughout the series. So, are you? So I guess, do you think you're going to continue watching the show with me just for fun? And
yes.
do you want to keep reading the books now that you're into it a little bit?
Both, actually. The show is one of those things for me. It's like, well, the books are. I've actually been interested in the books. I think the books are interesting. They're good. But the show is one of those things. It's like so bad. It's like a morbid curiosity. Like I just want to see how much worse can it get? Like sort of type thing. It's like that. And I just remember like watching with you is fun because you get really heated sometimes. And like, and I play World of Warcraft. Okay.
Yeah.
So I was just yelling out random spells that were like happening on screen. You're like Fireball, Frostbolt, Earthshock, and it's like that would get so pissed off. It's like I would just. Why don't they just how is she resurrecting in combat?
Yes, I am Vendel. Yes, Lord of Faldar, not King. I think I corrected myself.
Wow,
I don't know. I told that. Well, Zach's is right. Stream brain is real. I froze, man. It's like deer in the headlights there. So, let's see here. So Sven. I'm Sven. I do.
Dude, that's the best episode, dude. That is like peak cinema. That is peak.
I'm there's no way I'm getting your last name. Kongistiger, whatever. Sven. Thank you.
Koenig Tiger.
I'm so sorry. But I'm assuming you're asking about which love triangle do we speak of? Are we speaking about the
Are we talking about the Egwene?
The show love triangle? Are we talking about the Perrin, Rand, and Egwene love triangle? Where Perrin is thirsty for Rand? Is that what we're talking about?
I forgot about that.
What do you think of that? What do you think of that? No, don't even go.
Simply amazing. Oh my god. I wish it was just the whole show was just that, honestly.
about the love triangle?
About the love triangle, of course.
Don't even go there, man, because
that's all the next season's gonna be.
So let's see here. The questioners. Well, do you think Rand and Egwene will be a thing? Now, are you talking about since he's only read Eye of the World, or are you talking about in the actual
show or book?
Because it's two different things. So, what do you think? Are we talking about Egwene and Rand being a thing in the show, or does he think he's going to be in the book since he hasn't been there? So, let's see here. So, just making sure I haven't missed any good questions here.
Thoughts on Perrin's wife in
the book. There you go. That's a good one. I am Vendel. Thoughts on Perrin's wife in the book.
Dude, it was like she was like so like such a good like rogue and stealth. It was like almost like you had no idea she was there. Like oh my, it was like she was. It was
you couldn't see her.
You didn't even know she was there. Like it was crazy. Like who knew? Who knew?
Oh my, yeah,
Was a
it's
character
like she
kept
was
so well
invisible the whole
hidden that like
time.
no one
Maybe
even
she,
knew she existed until the show came out. Oh my man, what a big revelation!
yeah,
Oh,
well, yeah,
best character by far.
yeah. Maybe she was holding his axe the whole time in the show too, because she was dead.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
They buried the axe with her, right? Because she was the man of the family. She was the blacksmith, right?
yes,
So
yeah. And
let's
Perrin
see
did
here. What
something. I
else
don't
have
know.
I?
Perrin just sat there.
Nerdporial. Let's see here. What is the name of the main villain in Wheel of Time? Is he like Sauron?
That's the dark one, right?
I wouldn't say he's like Sauron because he's more. Hmm. I mean, Ryan wouldn't know this, but
I
uh,
wouldn't know.
I'm not going to name the. We'll call him the Dark One. I'm not naming the Dark One. I'm not that brave. But uh, the Dark One is the main villain. I'd say he's sort of like Sauron in a few ways because he's like got a bunch of minions and he's moving pieces behind the scenes. But I think he starts having more effects. So I'd say there's a parallel there. I think that's fair to say. Let's
Yeah,
see
man,
here.
just like Sauron. Like I literally thought that was Sauron in the book. Like I have no
Wait,
idea.
say what?
I haven't watched Lord of the Rings.
Yeah, well, yeah, which is we need to correct that promptly. So,
Yeah.
let's see. Jaden says, "Is it just me, or does Perrin from the show seem more like a scumbag for marrying a woman that loved him when he was actually in love with Egwene?" So, do we even? I mean, see. So here's the thing: do we think he's in love with Egwene? Because some people think he's in love with Egwene in the show, and some people think he's in love with Rand. I tend to be on the Rand side of things since we know who's written and directed the show.
Are we
But
shipping the Wheel of Time show characters here? On
so,
this?
well, what do you think? Do you think what do you think about that comment about Perrin?
Oh,
First, do you think Perrin is into Egwene? Do you think is that what they were pitching? Is it or
I have no idea what they're trying to pitch because it's like I don't have no idea what they were trying to go for in that whole thing because it's like, oh no, Egwene, don't do that. And like he's like so cool, Egwene, and then like Egwene leaves and Rand does something. He's like, oh no, Rand, you're like so like awesome and cool. It's like, dude, so what? I don't know. Is he trying to
I
make
don't
up
know.
for both of them?
I don't know. It's just so bad.
I
Maybe they
don't
were
know.
just
It's really
depressed
bad
because
though.
they had Lan and Nynaeve in the other room. So, oh, sorry. Uh, Sven, you're looking for trouble there, buddy. I'm not saying it. It's not happening. I'm not
Shaitan,
naming the dark one.
Shaitan.
Oh, dude, you just named the dark one. What are you doing?
Oh man.
You can't do that, man. You get me in trouble. All right. So let's see. Aldan. So my boy is also doing this, reading after watching the show, and so far the thing he's most mad about is no Elias and how much they ruined Perrin. So I don't. You may have joined a little late, but go ahead, Red. Red, you go ahead.
Well,
Give
I'm
me
gonna
all that
say
here.
the same thing, dude. Elias was my favorite character in the book, I think. And they didn't even have him in the show. And it's like, why? Like, why not? Like, it would have been a great way to describe the powers of Perrin, the wolf stuff. It's just, oh, I'm mad. The wolves come for me now. It's just like, I'm like, and Perrin, yeah, they messed up Perrin pretty bad too. I feel pretty much the same way.
Yeah, it's not even it's night and day, right? I mean, it's not even close.
Yeah.
So, the tab that should be. Thank you for correcting me. I feel like I'm part of the club because you know more than everybody on the internet. So, thank you very much. I obviously don't have enough Lord of the Ring knowledge, not even close to yours. So thank you for answering that for Druporial. But no, the Dark One is not Sauron. He is slightly like Melkor, but only slightly. So hopefully that answers your question a little bit better, Druporial. Let's see here. Let's see. What I was going to ask you something, and then we do. So did we talk about what your favorite scene is from the book?
No.
Favorite. Well, first let's ask favorite scene from the show. Is there one? Can you pick one?
Favorite scene from the show?
Can
I
you
mean, I
pick
don't know.
one?
That's pretty tough because
This is
they're
a
all kind of
challenge.
amazing.
I'm here.
It's all kind of like peak cinema.
I'm
So it's
here
like,
to
I don't
expand
know.
your mind. You must expand your mind.
It's like it's almost like
Find it.
they're all like so good. It's like I don't want to watch them again because they're just so good. You know, like.
Oh, good word. Yeah.
I don't really know if I have a favorite. I don't like. Like the Logain I guess was pretty cool. Like when
This
he
is in
was
the show or the book?
the show. Because we're talking about show scenes,
Yeah,
so
yeah. So if you had to pick, what do you think?
if I had
So
to pick one, I would think Logain attacking the city. I think was. I mean, it looked cool.
I think that's fair.
I
That's
think
probably the
that's
closest one. That at some of the
probably
Logain scenes, maybe. Not heel bubble of
not.
God
Yeah,
Nynaeve
random
scene. No,
Super Saiyan Nynaeve
yeah,
out of
Super Saiyan
nowhere, out of
98. No,
left
not that
field.
one. But I think that's a good one. The it was what the intro to the show, um, where he was just laying waste to the city. I think that's a definitely a good. Was probably the best scene in the show. I think
Yeah,
that's fair.
probably the best one on the show.
Well, okay. So what about the books? You got a favorite book one, and how mad are you it wasn't in the show? Because we all know it wasn't. So which one is it, and why? How upsetting is it
Well,
that
I
it wasn't
don't
in
feel
the
like I'm
show?
supposed to say something.
I
Let's
said it
see.
was going to be easier on you. I guess I'm not, am I?
Favorite book scene. I
It's a tough
mean,
one,
I'm trying to think about what my favorite book scene was. Probably. I mean, I like the wolves. Okay, I like the wolves a lot.
right? Okay, so well, I think you said before too, you were talking about Perrin escaping the White Cloaks.
Yes, I did. Yeah, I
I
know
know
I
you
mentioned
like
that
that.
before because I
So
think
you
that
think
one.
so you think what they did in the show, making Perrin uh, a pussy and Egwene freeing them from the White Cloaks was better?
No,
Okay, good. Moving on. I think that sums it up. So
no, I do not.
I am Vendel says, so when you read Min in the books, did she come off as a mid-30s world weary bartender? So
No,
what
I
yeah,
didn't really. I didn't really see
do
it.
you think they did Min dirty? I guess is the good question.
I don't. I think men could have been done a lot better. I don't know why they made like. I don't know. Like I don't really know. I didn't see her as a bartender. Like I saw her as something because they all sort of referred to her with like a title and stuff, and it was like I always sort of imagined her as something like I don't know the best way like a fortune teller maybe that you went to or
Yeah, well,
like
I
maybe
mean a little
like
bit because she just sees images and then she has to interpret them, and she's like doing prophecy. I don't know. It was
she's
just
like
weird
doing
how
like
it was so bad.
prophecies and stuff like so it's like
Yeah, so not she didn't look
not a
anything like
bartender. Not
yeah.
a not a bartender. Like, how did you get bartender from that? She's so drunk she sees the images.
Yeah, it's not a it's not a
It's not
foretelling
a
or anything.
power. She just gets really
She's
drunk.
just blindly drunk all the time. She's like, I see stars. The questioners again says, did you think that the show was at the same level of Game of Thrones? Well, are we talking? I guess.
I didn't. I haven't watched Game of Thrones.
So that's very hard because the first half of Game of Thrones was good. So up till I liked actually up till 4 or 5. Excuse me. Episode or not episode season 4 or 5 of Game of Thrones, and then just I, I don't know. It's so hard to because especially season 8 of Game of Thrones was just so bad that it's sort of uncomparable because that's how they finished it. Um, so I guess I'd say Game of Thrones is worse just because they destroyed everything. But at least we got a few good seasons. I don't. It's really it's almost apples and oranges, right? Because one is bad for a whole separate reason. Game of Thrones is bad for just ruining what they had made before it. So, uh, yeah. So I hope that answers your question. Uh, Dovey, I'm not. I can't. I am not salty. I cannot say her whole name. Oh man, the pregnant lady killing 5 armed men isn't your favorite, you misogynist. What do
Oh,
you have to say to
dude.
that?
Cancel me right
My young misogynist boy, what do you have to say to that?
now. Oh man, I'm sorry. Sorry, guys.
What did you think of that scene?
It's just completely nonsensical. I'm sorry. Like it's just completely ridiculous. It's like I get they're skilled fighters and all, but like
Well, the
really,
IL,
like
yeah,
come on. That's
yeah.
like really.
Oh, I think I lost. Yeah, I think. Yeah, they didn't do. I don't know. There should have been some more IEL around. I guess and she's not really even IEL. So I mean, she you'll get in there. I'm not going to ruin it for you. Sorry. I'm not. I almost wanted to spoil something for you, so I'm gonna bite my mouth. I'm doing a good job at spoiling things lately. So let's see here. Let me see if I can find any more questions in the chat.
I have one I want to answer.
What's that? You have one you want to answer? All right, which one is it?
Jaden Hamilton.
Jane Hamilton.
What did Loyal's appearance seem like? Probably not from the show because those descriptions are nothing like the show represented. So that one. So I sort of imagine Loyal is like, because they said he looked like a Trolloc, right? Because he was supposed to look like a Trolloc. So I thought he was gonna.
Yes, he's supposed to look like a Trolloc.
Like compared to the show is not at all what I was expecting. Because the show he just looked like, I guess, but I was like from the book's description because he was like a Trolloc, right? So I thought he would have like horns and stuff, kind of like the Trollocs do, like sort of how I pretty much imagined him as a Trolloc, but like maybe like a little more civilized. So,
well, I guess that's you're supposed to mistake him for a Trolloc. You know, that's part of the thing is he's walking around town and people get scared because like, oh, it's a Trolloc, and they have to correct
him. So like I sort of imagine to look a lot more like a Trolloc than he does in the show. I wasn't expecting the afro.
Yeah. Zax, come on, man. We all know Rafe Judkins is God, right? So how much better is Rafe Judkins than Robert Jordan? There is no words to say how much better Rafe Judkins is at sucking. But we could try one day. Let's see here. What else we got? So wow, guys, thank you. I'm trying to keep up. I haven't
seen the Great Hunt cover, Sven.
Where is it? Oh, is there University of Canada? I'm gonna call you Dovey because thank you for giving me permission because
Doviandi Setovia Sagain.
You know what? Maybe you should host the show.
Is that right? I don't think that's
right. It's pretty close. I'm pretty sure. We'll go to the chat for that. I'm pretty sure that was pretty close. So let's see here. Let's see. I think I have some more stuff written down here.
What do you think about not being able to kill one Trolloc?
Where's this now?
Dude, come on. I mean, dude, Nynaeve is like the best character ever, guys. Come on.
Where was it? What was that? Hold on.
No, dude, ridiculous. That's what I think it is. Absolutely stupid.
Which quote are you talking about here? Hold on.
Ryan Vendel.
I'll find it. What do you think about Tom? Oh, Tam. Okay.
Yeah. Stupid. So dumb. Oh my! Like, Tam should have been able to take out at least one. Like, come on.
Well, he's a blade master after all, right? I mean,
he's the blade master that can't kill anything. Like, talk about a complete pushover.
So here, I'm gonna ask you right now. You said you liked Shadow Logoth, right, from the book?
Yeah.
How do you think that scene went? Like, I guess, how do you think that part of the show went compared to the book, especially considering we're missing a major part of Shadow Logoth?
So, like, comparing the book to the show?
Yeah. So, like you said, you liked Shadow Logoth in the book, right?
Yeah.
I'm assuming because you had, the more death stuff and just the dark, how bad the city was.
Yeah, who wasn't even there in the show.
Right. Yeah. So I guess
some random box.
So how disappointing was it? Because once you've now read the book, looking back to the show and like just all the opportunities they missed, like how do you think they should have done that scene? If you could do that scene, what would you do?
If I could do that scene, right? So like, I'm trying to think of where to sort of start from. So they go into Shadow Logoth and they're being chased by the Trollocs and the Shade, the Fade. Sorry, not the Shade, the Fade. In the Fade, they run in, right? And all the Trollocs get scared. And
yeah.
And then on the show they just cut away. It's like and they're gone. But I would have at least had something there where it's like the Fade like makes some motion to like charge forward and the Trollocs like sort of charge in anyways. Like they're like,
well, the Fades. I mean, the Fades are pushing them, right?
The Fades push them in.
So no Fades. I did love how just the Trollocs magically disappeared. They chased them in the city and then they just.
It would have had them go. They ran in. They all like got rested up. That's fine. I would have had the dagger be in some random dusty box. Oh, hey, check this out! Some random dusty box I'm gonna open for no reason. Oh, okay, what the heck? A
Well,
gold,
consider
perfectly ornate dagger sitting in this box.
well
It's like,
considering like Mordeth
all right, then,
manipulated
you know what? Like, check this out.
straight up manipulated him to go down to that basement and grab it, right? So I
Yeah,
mean,
it's
it's such a missed opportunity. It's one of those I don't know. Do you think there's any saving Matt? I guess before we go on to this
Well, since
question, do you
no,
think there's any saving
I
Matt
don't
here
think
from
so
here out?
at all. He doesn't go with them. He just sort of leaves them when they go into the ways. He doesn't go. He just walks away. It's like, all right, well, I guess I'll see you later then. It's
Yeah,
like,
I guess you're not quite far enough to know where he goes from there, obviously, but
no,
it's one of those. I think that the chat will probably be with me. Well, maybe not. I mean, I think if they just
no, I
completely
really.
bail on if they completely bail on what they did on season one and start Matt over like he's still sick in Tarvalin, maybe they can turn that around. But there's major problems with the Horn of Valir, which you know
Under the throne.
under the throne, used before under the throne, perfectly safe, right?
Oh yeah, that thing. Oh, it's just right here. Jimmy,
So
fetch me the pickaxe.
fetch, fetch me the pickaxe. Let's get the Horn of Valir out. So does Ryan know what my name means, or is that a spoiler?
I do not know.
I don't think it's just it's old tongue for time to roll the dice. It's pretty much Matt's one of Matt's cat's phrases. Matt gets really really cool in the books. He's the favorite character of many for a reason. Let's see here. Jaden Hamilton says Nynaeve is not a sword fighter; she is a healer. It's like Hollywood thinks the only way to make a strong character, especially female, is physically. She doesn't have to be good with the sword. No, I agree with that completely. It's
I
one of these.
agree. Yeah,
I think I've actually talked to Ryan about it.
but I also don't
They-
think he needs to be able to do a huge resurrection Nova out of nowhere.
yeah, that
Either.
too, right?
Like,
Yeah,
like I get it,
yeah.
but it's like a little
She
like I don't know. Push a
she's
little more.
doing Age of Legends stuff that wasn't even done in the Age of Legends, and she doesn't even know how to channel. But I thought it was a huge missed opportunity. She should have been healing people in the fight at Edmund Fields, using herbs, and you could put some hints in there that she's actually channeling when she's healing with her herbs or something. There's all kinds of things you could have done with Nynaeve. And then the fact that she should be dead in the show, she got like anybody that wants to argue with me about that, I'm here for it. Like she gets dragged away from her she gets dragged away by a Trolloc,
Oh my god, I
her
forgot about
braid. Yeah, you forgot. So she can have her like Rambo moment, so she can stab it in the back, right? It's like the most ridiculous thing that Trolloc would have ate her. She's dead. Like,
like
it's
why I don't know why that guy decided to drag Nynaeve
yeah,
away.
it's like, oh, I'd rather eat Trolloc than human. It's like, huh? No,
Like
I
again,
don't
he's
think so.
injured and all, but it's like, dude, you got a perfectly good human right there. Like, come on, man. Like,
We got a few good ones here. I am Vendel. How do you feel about giving Rand's big moment at the end to 5 untrained women? What do
well,
you
I mean,
think?
come on, that was the best scene ever. I mean, no, for real though, it was dumb. Like, it's like so many things in the show. I don't really know what to say other than like stupid and dumb because it's like, why? I guess that's the like why? Like, what is the point? Is my like I guess question.
Well, the only thing I can think of is
Changing it. Like,
they couldn't figure out. Well, no, that's not the only thing I can think of. But one of
she
the things
was
I can think of
there.
is
Like,
is
she
they
was
couldn't
there.
figure out. Well, they couldn't figure out how to do the Balsamon uh, Rand fight. I guess I don't know, but I mean, I would honestly the whole Eye of the World thing. Well, there was no Eye of the World. That's the problem. The Eye of the World didn't exist, right? So, uh,
I thought it was
you
there
know,
too.
it wasn't that Eye of the World. That the pool of Sidin. It was just it wasn't there.
I thought they fought there with the dark
No,
one.
well, they called it the Eye of the World, but that wasn't really the eye. I mean, it was just a
There was
seal.
no magic there, right?
Not really. No, I mean it's you got to
I
remember
thought the pools were there.
he sucks up. No, he just sucks up a giant pool of Sidin and frickin' goes, you know, frickin' nutso, right? So, uh, no Agnor, no Bothamo. That sucked. I'm really curious if they're gonna actually introduce any more Forsaken, but yeah, I don't know. The ending was terrible. I don't, it was just they once again took the big scene of for Rand, his moment and made it about Egwene. Everything about Rand, everything Rand is about Egwene, nothing else.
Dude,
So
Egwene and the huge mole on her nose. in every
Oh
single
yeah.
shot of a
Is
Gwen.
it-
It's a
Yeah,
big
that's
hole.
that episode
Like,
6 is when that broke me. It just they like zoomed into it. It's like,
it just
come
kept
on,
zooming
stop
in off
doing
the
it.
wall. It's like, oh my, is this mole its own character? Like,
Let's see, Jade Hamilton. Any favorite funny moments like Rand falling off the tower and meeting Elaine? I like that quite. I'm trying to think funny moments.
no Green Man. Yeah, there's no Green Man either.
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah. Sorry, Rip Green
Super
Man. I'm trying
stupid.
to think of funny moments. I mean, the whole show is funny.
The whole show. I mean,
The whole
yeah.
show is funny. I'd have to. It's been a while since I read Eye of the World. I have to go back and reference to it for funny moments. I mean that is. I mean that's a perfect example. That's another huge missed opportunity just for Rand just falls into the Camelin Royal freaking garden. He's like,
Garden. Yeah. Just,
ooh. So I think you nailed it. That's probably the best comedic scene you're gonna get out of at least. I agree with you there. So. Let's see. Johnny Storm says the only way you
Johnny
can save
Storm.
Matt. What's that, Johnny? Well,
That's a
we
pretty
need
awesome name.
Johnny Storm. He's got to have a Human Torch, logo here. The only way you can save Matt is to have season 2 open with Tom telling the story of season 1 and Matt and Rand interrupting him to say that's not how it happened. Yeah,
That would be great. That would be great.
sort of like a
Someone
Last
said something
Jedi
about
moment.
Moraine waking up and being like, "Oh, the Dark One's tried to destroy my mind." He's like, that would have been good too.
Yeah, we got some. The tab that shouldn't be says pretty much the same thing. The only way you turn around the show would be to have the opening of first episode. Moraine wakes up and realizes it was a dream. And says, "I think the Dark One just tried to destroy my mind." I agree. Yeah, I'm right there with you. Just start over, right?
Yes.
I think we are all there. Amanda Matherin, how you doing, sir?
Hey man.
I almost tried to grab you to get you on here, but my son was too scared of you because you're too manly.
Two men. Yeah.
Let's see here. I was gonna ask something. Let's see. I thought I saw some. So, I guess this is a good question. Do you Patton Fane showed a book?
Okay.
What do you think? That's a hard one, right? Since he's not in the show at all.
Well, he's in at the beginning and he's in at the end. So, like, for maybe, like, I don't know, half an hour total, maybe.
Yeah.
So, like, I think at the beginning, I think is kind of accurate when he's still just the peddler selling the lanterns. Is like, all right, yeah, all right,
yeah.
But the end, like at the end in the book, he's like insane, like he's like crazy. But like, and they're like, he's like completely gone, if I remember right.
What?
But in the show, he's like,
yeah.
So he comes in, he's like this calculated like assassin, is like, just kills everyone.
You lose so much. I mean, the Great Hunt. The first half of the Great Hunt is basically he's imprisoned, going freaking bonkers because the Dark One has just messed him up so much. Between the Dark One and Mordeth, he's just messed up. And it's like I feel like if I was that guy, if I was the guy that was acting Patton Fane, I'd be mad because you've taken a lot of opportunities to show some acting chops away just because Patton Fane is like as a character gets so messed up, and it would have been a great freaking way to just like show how good an actor you are, right? Because I mean, he's writing blood on the wall, he's manipulating everybody, he's driving Trollocs. I mean, Trollocs and Fades. This isn't really a spoiler. Trollocs and Fades end up being afraid of him, so it's like, oof, right? So I don't know. I feel like that's such a huge missed opportunity that, yeah, it's sad. So. Let's see. You got any questions for me, my boy? Did I miss? Because I'm gonna try and find some more questions for you. Oh, okay. So I guess this is how disappointed are you that there's no Drakkar? Just tell it. Just tell it as is. Come on.
I mean, I'm pretty disappointed. It's
like
it's one of those things. It's like it's pointless to not have him there. It would have been a great addition to sort of like at least have their like screeches in the background or something. So it's like, they're still being pursued by a bunch of monsters and not just taking a jolly old stroll across through the woods. Like, like it would have been nice. I would have liked to see them and it was pretty disappointed I didn't get to see him. That's
Do you think anything was close? I guess I don't know if I've asked you that before at the show. Do you think they got anything right?
like the Trolloc designs.
The different Trollocs. What about the how? What did you think of the fade? I mean, they did. And we
It,
barely
it
saw
looks,
any
I think
fades, man.
the monsters looked good. I was pretty happy with how the monsters looked. And my praise ends there. Like I think that's about all I gotta say.
Okay, I guess I know.
And I guess also, okay,
Go ahead.
I know
Yeah.
you think it's dumb. Okay,
Me? The whole
yes,
show? Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. I agree.
The no, but the white cloaks.
Yes.
I know you think it's stupid, but I like their outfits. I don't think the white cloak
Oh
outfit.
my God, I'm kicking you out.
I don't think you were that bad. Like, am I crazy? Like, come on.
You're crazy. You like the design of those fins on their
Listen, I think they could have used more armor, but I don't think it was
Yes, I mean
awful.
the fin would be okay if you had plate.
Like I think the pin, like the fin, like the fins. I like the fins. Like
The
I like
fin's
those.
okay, but it's more the robe than the fin. If they had full plate, fine, right? I mean, I
Like
just
okay, all right. I don't think it was so.
this sounds yeah, see
Okay,
right
all right.
there, boom.
Okay. Like maybe throw like
I need a new
a plate
sun.
chest on the front, but like I don't think it was awful. Like
Well, see,
it
my
could have
biggest
been
problem is
better, but I don't think it was
all you hear about
terrible.
is all you hear about is white cloaks and their gleaming plate armor. So all you had to do, like the
I
fin would
guess,
be
yeah.
okay. Like I'll meet you halfway. I really think the fin armor would be okay. One, I think they should be on both shoulders,
I don't
and
think they need it on
two,
both shoulders. I think
and
they should have a
two,
shoulder
they
plate on
need a
it.
breastplate with the golden sun on it, and done. I mean, if
That's
that
true. They know that is true. That
you
is
do
true. They
that,
need a breastplate, but
you
I
do
think the
that,
rest
and
is fine.
you do that, it looks so much better. You have white underneath. You give them a nice white. Like, what do they have against capes in the show too? We give them a white cape with the sunburst on the back. You give them a big sunburst breastplate, gleaming, clean because that's how they are, right? Uh, and it's fine. So just it was the bathrobes
The
that
bathhouse
the
boys.
bathrobes that you know bothered me.
Yeah,
All
I
right,
guess
Salty Texas C, my friend, has a question. Which of the Emmonsfield ladies are the most desirable? Egwin or
oh,
Nynaeve?
whoa.
Ooh,
In the show or in the book?
yeah, ooh, that's a good. He needs more information, sir. More
Because
info.
it's like four. Because that's
Follow-up
like four
question.
completely different characters at that point. Like it's
That's true.
pretty much like you got to specify if we're talking show or book here because like
More
that's every
specificity
question. 'Cause
in
it's
the
like
books. All right, in the books, Egwin or Nynaeve
hmm.
or
I don't
Minnie?
know.
Well,
I mean,
no, he wants Edmund. We're just in Edmondsfield
I guess. I mean, I guess.
or Perrin's wife. Which one?
Her
Oh, wait,
parents'
sorry.
wife. I mean, come on.
Wait a
It's
second.
gotta be parents' wife.
I
Okay. No,
forgot.
actually, I
But
think probably Gwen. I think probably. I don't know. Nynaeve just is probably way too like, way too like mean. Yes, or like
yeah, it started at the beginning.
tough. Way too tough. I guess.
She
Sort of.
grows. I have to say she grows on you quite a bit. Just she does start out very
Angry.
angry.
Yeah, angry. Way
Yeah.
too angry.
So what did you think of the bath scene? Were you as uncomfortable as me in the
I was
show?
very uncomfortable.
Like
I was
like
very
I remember. Like, do you remember my reaction to that? I thought I was
what
gonna
the one with Lana Moraine, right?
land in Moraine when I thought they were gonna get it on in the bathtub,
Dude,
and I
yeah, I
started
was
screaming at the
very like
TV.
uncomfortable.
Oh my
That's
god,
the
that
I'm
was
very
so weird.
uncomfortable with like just like the love scenes in general and anything. So it's like
Oh, here's a good question I'm gonna
I
ask
feel
you.
like
What is the chat? So do you the channeling in the show? Is that how you manage or imagined it, like
no,
at all? Like,
no,
and do you
no,
think that
no.
no? How do you picture it? I guess is the best way to put
Like
it.
not
Like,
with all the white like light stuff everywhere. Like I just like Fireball, like right? Okay, like for example, Fireball, right? In
yeah,
the show, this huge like beacon comes down to shoot out a fireball. It's like I like in the show, I just thought it was like like raise your hands, like make a ball of fire and shoot it. Like I didn't think it was like this whole like light show. Like it was just shooting out a ball of fire. Like
yeah.
maybe like your hands go off, like you have a little like
Well, and
spark in your
I don't
hands or
know. I
something. You
don't
shoot
know
it
how
out.
much they do it in the Eye of the World, but just the whole point of is it's you're weaving spells, so it's not you're not just pulling energy, right? So I always imagined like having to quickly weave a intricate design to make a spell happen, right?
I could see that too.
And you know, he could,
Yeah,
you
sort of
know,
like
and I know it's been said millions of times with different colors could, like, if you make the threads different colors, you could see what they're doing, how complicated a
Well, I
weave
sort
is,
of
right?
imagine it like they have like their different colored like odd jaws, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
And it's like always imagine like the like all their lights and like spells and stuff were sort of like that whatever color they were,
yeah,
right? And they
yeah.
would
That's
like
right.
it was sort of like draw out like a rune or something, like in the air, like wave their hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Not like anything like this huge like strands of light coming down everywhere. It's like talk about like completely like
Well, and
giving
it's like
yourself away. Like
Novi says it right here. It takes forever, right? I
it
mean, it's
takes
like
way
it
too
takes. It's
long
like
for way too little. It's like
when I feel
at
like
that point, it's like the mages are just like a burden, like to have on a
well,
team.
I mean,
Like,
she gets hit with a knife for God's sakes, but it's like
oh yeah, sniper, dude.
and
Shout
she's
out to
dead.
sniper Charlotte.
Like you
Freaking
see like
dude,
these people
like
like
she just perfectly hurls a knife from way out there through land, through like everything else. All the other Trollocs through land perfectly throws a knife so it lands square in her shoulder perfectly. Like it wasn't like the blade perfectly went in, like straight in. It's not like they hit the hilt and it bounced off or something. Like with enough
man,
force,
like they killed
accuracy,
like
and the
the
perfect spin to
the
get it
plot armor
launched
is
right in
real.
the
I mean,
shoulder. It's like, how do you, dude? Shout out to that Trolloc, man.
the plot armor is so real in the show. Moraine should be dead from that knife wound. Lance should be
Well,
dead if it
it's a
wasn't
Trolloc
for
blade too, so it's like
yeah, was it right? And Tam should be dead because they never really healed him. You know, everybody in the room, like Leandrin, freaking all of them in the room before Super Saiyan Bubble should be dead.
Super
So
Saiyan
Moraine's
bubble, the Super Saiyan.
so that's twice now. Moraine's died twice. So she died in the cave. She died from the knife. And then you have Loyal, who is apparently alive, getting stabbed with Fane's dagger, is dead. Agomar is dead. I mean, it's like Nynaeve and Egwene are dead. Like they're all dead.
They're all
like,
dead. They all should have
like,
died like 8 times over, but it's
it's
like
so bad, but like, it's like Dovey. I laugh because it takes so long to weave. Dovey says it's like I feel like in the Edmonds Field scene, you just put a hula hoop around Moraine, and she should be perfectly hula hooping around, and then
well,
she just destroys the city and doesn't think
I
anything
think
of it.
the
It's like
funniest part to me is she takes apart that entire inn. Like she brings that inn to the ground to take out like maybe 4 or 5 Trollocs. While Lan is sitting there swirling around, like chopping down like a bunch of guys, and Moray takes all this time to shoot out a fireball to damage one.
well, maybe
like,
that's why there's no more
Lan
sword
goes and
play
kills like
because
10 more. It's
yeah,
like
maybe that's why
Lan
there's
is
no more.
like, dude, Lan's the only Lan was the only character I was like, all right,
Yeah,
this guy's bearable. Like
so Jaden Hamilton says, I always imagine channeling someone holds their hand out, weaves come into your hand, and with the mind to use the weave to do something. Yeah, that's sort of like it's like
I
something
think
you have to create something to and then boom. And that's because that's like Rand later. That's why when people see Rand channeling, they're amazed at how many spells he's able to cast because he just weaves so quickly. It's one of those you know, Moraine shooting out white beams that are nothing that cut Trollocs in half. It's like, I was watching the White Cloaks rewatch, which White Cloaks have a channel now. They're rewatching the whole show and giving their unique commentary. So give that a check out. But they pointed out we had a nice
I didn't
laugh.
say he was good, Pen. I just said he was
She's
bearable.
weaving fireballs and pulling the houses down and doing all this ridiculous stuff. And then she just shoots a beam of freaking whatever and tears it's like, well, what did you just channel there? Nothing. It's like, so they don't even know what they're doing. Man of Matherin says the show mishandled magic big time. Only channelers could see their gender specific casting weaves, so Joe Schmo should only be able to see the results of the channeling. Exactly. The Tad that shouldn't be says the show is actually Rafe Junkins.
Dude, hold on. I just want to backtrack to that last one. Dude, imagine like being some like random villager running away. If you can't see it, you can't see what the light beams. just it's twirling around in circles, dude. Like, what
She's
the
just
hell
in
is she doing?
She's like
You
doing the
still on the
hula.
same it's like some guy hiding under a bench. It's like,
Dude, somebody needs to get that scene and erase all the channeling, and I wonder what it would look like. She's just sort of like just doing a
like
little
twirling around. Yeah.
it's like, what are you
Well,
doing? And like
Vendel said
the
it pretty
villagers
well.
are
It's
just
interpretive dance with an obnoxious light show. That's
the
pretty bad.
villagers are just sitting there watching her going, what is I thought this was supposed to be Aes Sedai. What the hell? Oh my goodness. Let's see here. All right. Prophet of the Dragon question. What was the funniest part? Oh my god, the funniest part of the show. Mine had to be Nynaeve yelling at the Trolloc in the first episode. That's pretty funny. All I know was I don't remember
Dude, I
what
think the
all it
best
was.
part of the show, dude, the funniest part of the sorry to interrupt.
Go.
Funniest part of the show for me, it was the span of like a scene, right? We had the warder who was gay, right?
Oh
You
god,
had the
yeah.
gay warder, right?
Which one?
Dual axe guy.
Okay.
So
Well, he's not gay. He wasn't gay. He killed himself because he didn't want to be gay.
because that's right. No, that's right. That's what it was. That's what it was. Are we gonna tell you? There's something happened, right? And his girl died, right?
Yeah.
And he was like going crazy, and the one with the two gay warders was like, "Oh, I can bond you to me," and then he's like, "I don't really want to." The next scene, kills himself. Like, oh my god! Like, holy crap! What's this guy got against gay people? Like, god damn! It's such a man.
Well, all I know is I forgot what all happened in
like, god damn.
I forgot what all happened in episode 6, but I just remember thinking I was over being angry because me and you just sat on the couch and like laughed through almost. I think that was the crying episode where they just all of them were just cried. I don't even remember what happened. I just remember laughing the whole episode and going, "Well, it's broken me. I don't care anymore." But I don't. But the what's his name killing himself. I of course forgot his name again. Stream brain has got me again, but they wasted the whole episode on him, and then he just killed himself because he didn't want to be.
Like, dude, still, it's also just waste of his small character. Like, I don't know why they just. Like,
yeah,
I don't know.
I don't know. It was just terrible.
It felt really weird to me. Just that.
Like, it was totally like I see what they were getting.
Just like I don't know. That was a very weird scene to me. It was like.
Well, and that's the biggest problem is
like,
they
man,
don't.
This guy's a little like.
Well, see, and here's another thing is like they totally ruined their opportunity to show what happens when a warder loses their Aes Sedai because what was his name? Somebody, whatever, the guy that no, yeah, I forget they wasted the whole episode on him. I freaking forgot his name because he's a piece of crap. But as soon as she died, he should have went fucking nuts.
Well,
excuse my language.
He went and hit the shield of.
No, he should have just he should have ran and just slaughtered everybody in his way until they killed him. And because that's what happens. You get battle rage and you just freaking go for it. And if you manage to survive long enough, then you get that depression thing. Is it Steppen? No. Yeah. Is it Steppen? Yeah, it is Steppen. I was going to say Steppen, but so Steppen should have just went and just like went out like a beast and just killed like, I don't know, 20 guys until he got freaking overwhelmed, or Land could have pulled him out or something. Like he should have just slaughtered a whole bunch of people, and they of course didn't do that either. So, Jaden Hamilton says some plot armor is okay for a story. Well, really, it depends on the story you're trying to tell. Like the concept of Taviran basically have plot armor woven, pun unintended, into the lore. Yeah, that is true. I mean weaving the pattern around.
It's like blatantly obvious is like okay, like
yeah. Well, I mean, there's a difference between there being Taviran and like weaving the pattern around, and getting a knife about that deep into your shoulder right here, and then bleeding out for 4 or 5 days, and then living right, and then getting your throat slit by a sword that should have never broke, and yeah. So I get your meaning. Some plot armor is sort of woven in, like you said, with being Taviran because they're going to alter everything. But the plot armor for you can only get stabbed so many times in so many different ways before it's just like, well, they can't die, right? So, Aldan says, "Oh, the White Cloaks rewatch is hilarious. Yeah, those guys are great, dude. If you guys get a chance to go check it out, they're a little bit long, but man, they get wasted and they don't hold anything back. So, give it a look. See if you got some time. They're great over there. I love those guys. Let's see. Say Dovey's name. You got it. I can't get it. Do it. Go.
Dovey Andes said Tobias again.
Man, I just I'm half illiterate. I must be. Which land is your favorite? Pincher nipple land.
Picture nipple land. I mean, come on, man. Who
I should have
doesn't
read
like
this
that, man?
before I read it.
Peak cinema right there.
I mean,
I would
atomic
watch
nipple
this 100
twist.
times over because
Yeah,
it's just so good. I mean, come on.
That's the secret warder technique that nobody knew about. The atomic nipple twist, right? It just
It's
kills
a secret
everybody.
like intimidation technique. You want to get it. You want to get it. Come on.
All right, let's see if we got anything else here. What's up?
Yeah, definitely not pincher.
Oh, here we go.
Pincher nipple land.
All right, Jaden also says, yeah, there can be too much plot armor or unnecessary plot armor, like the show has. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're on the same page. I'm catching what you're throwing, buddy. I got you. Let's see here. What else? I was gonna ask you something and I lost it. Anybody got any questions for Ryan or for me? Shout them out. Let's see. What was I talking about? So we talked about weaving. You got anything to ask me, Ryan? While I'm thinking of something else I know there was something else I wanted to ask you. I'm trying to.
Well, I mean, what's your favorite character
in the whole show?
The
show or the book?
Book.
So I tend to go for Rand from the Emmonsfield 3. I love all three of them are awesome. But Salty. I did a thing on Salty Texas C's channel. He asked me that same question, and I don't know why. I know a lot of people hate Gwaine, but I like Gwaine a lot. You've only seen a little bit of Gwaine, but I think Gwaine gets a lot of shit, and I think he has a lot of hard decisions that he makes, and he's always in the shadow of Galad, who is the better, prettier son, who's more righteous. So, of the main cast, I would say Rand, but it's hard. Rand, Matt, and Perrin are so good. It's hard to pick a favorite. But
did I miss? Oh man,
and then Gwaine.
Absolutely, dude. The incredible adaptation by Amazon. Sorry, man, but it's okay. I listen. Amazon, all I gotta say, amazing job to them. They did so good adapting the show. It's like, I mean, come on, it's like literally the best thing ever. Like you don't need another show. It's just
great.
I said it before and I'll say it again. I don't want to watch it again just because it's so good. That's why.
Yeah, great. We went on about 15 minutes saying it's the greatest show ever before we went live. Yeah,
it's just I just don't want. It's just I don't want to watch it again. That's how good it is.
Yeah, before we went live, we said, you know what? This is all hot air we're pushing out tonight. We really love this. So sorry, you guys all missed that part.
The land nipple pinch scene. I mean, come on, let's be real.
What about Elaine? I missed. I don't know what about Elaine? Elaine is a spoiled brat. You haven't even got there yet. Let's see here. Any more questions for me, brother? I know I got I'm trying to find it. So I guess here's a good question. There's a lot of things being said. Now you've read all of Eye of the World, and
yes, I have
season one. Season 1 is supposed to be Eye of the World with some sprinkling of the Great Hunt. Now that's a complete lie because there's no Great Hunt in it at all. There's not even any Eye of the World in it at all. But
there's no wheel time in it at all.
Well, there's these articles and these things saying that they followed some scenes from the book to the note and all that stuff. Do you think they could have fit all of the major plot points, being Shadow Logoth, going to White Bridge, Camelin? Do you think they could have fit that into 8 1-hour episodes? Do you think they could have got the bulk of the book into the show without having to make any major cuts? You'd still get all the plot lines.
6 or 8 episodes.
It was 8-hour episodes.
So I mean, 8 hours of
And
runtime.
if they had to cut, what would you cut? I think that's a good question.
If they had to cut, it's like, you see, I don't even. I think you could probably do most of it if you just went to just adapt the book. I think you could. Honestly, I'm not even sure you'd really have to cut. It's 1 hour, so it's like for 8 episodes.
Yeah.
It's like maybe cut out some like travel time between the places, like the boat scene, like where they're on the boat. Like you could
Yeah.
probably cut that with
So
Matt and
you think they could cut bail? I think that's pretty important,
I mean,
personally, but because
maybe,
I think you're right. I mean, there like some of the books are very detailed, and it's one of those. I think if you get, you
like,
can do
yeah,
a lot
the
of
books from sort of what I got from it is like there's a lot of time spent on like describing stuff, which
right. So you just get rid
so
of
it's
all the
like
descriptions and you
just
put that in the
you
background, right?
don't even have like the description in a visual thing anyways, because you can just look at it. So it's like you don't
Yeah,
have to in the show you don't have to go, man, check out that piece of wood that's
yeah,
rotting and has 83 lines running through it. It's like you don't need to have people say that in the show. You don't really need to, because it's just there. You can see it. It's there.
yeah.
So it's like I honestly think you could probably fit almost everything from just Eye of the World. I haven't read book 2, so I don't know. But
Yeah, well, we'll get you into that. So,
with
I mean,
Eye
we
of the
got it.
World, I think you could probably do most, if not all of it, in a season of 1 hour long in 8 hours. I think
And
you
you
could do
think, and you think if you had to cut, you would cut the boat scene, or would you? What would you? If you had to put something on the cutting room floor, what would it be?
probably like now I don't. So I guess it has like some significance because I guess I
I
know it
mean,
shows.
because I'm a big proponent of they could fit it all easily. I don't think they had to
I
cut
think they could
anything.
fit it. Yeah, I think they could fit it all easily. I don't think they need to cut something. But if they did have to cut something, I would probably have them cut. I mean, like when they're like Matt and Rand and Tom are on the boat. But I guess that's Tom teaching them how to be Gleeman though. So it's like
Yeah. So I mean, it's hard, right? And that's why.
so
Yeah.
it's like either shorten that considerably or have Tom like. But it's like I don't know. It's some good character development for those three,
Yeah.
and I really don't think you really need to cut anything really.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest part and the most disappointing part is I don't think we have to cut a
Like
thing.
I don't
So
think you really have to cut anything, and if you
yeah.
did, I'm not really sure. Like I
Yeah.
guess
So
I mean if I had to cut something, I guess it would probably be the boat,
okay, I got you.
but I don't think you would have to.
Yeah, I agree. So I just want to say we got 18. We've had 19, 90 people in chat. Thank you very much. Very awesome. First live stream. It's guys. Thank you so much for coming in and having some fun with us. I do need to address Zach's. All right, it's the orange light in my room,
He is
sir. I
not
need to
ginger.
get
He
a
is brown
better
hair,
light. Okay, I am
brown
not
like
a ginger,
dirty
which I have
brown.
no problem with gingers. I think we need more gingers. Okay, more gingers in cinema. Stop replacing the gingers. But I have brown blonde hair. I know it doesn't look like it, but all right. So everybody
Yeah,
keeps
that's
calling me a
exactly what a
ginger. It's like
ginger
what?
would say.
Yeah. OBG 70. Hey, what's up, man? I'm glad to be streaming too. My son here is making it easy on me. He's helping me out quite a bit. So thanks for coming. I appreciate you. Amanda Matherin, did you both miss all of the ladies folding their arms beneath their breasts? Yeah, if you just cut out that, you can fit everything. Just that's just that line is probably in the first book about 18 times, right? Let's see here. All right. So, well, I guess I don't know. We've been going for quite a while. You have anything that you would like to ask me? Anybody got any more questions? And we've covered quite a bit, haven't we?
What's your favorite show character? I mean, come on.
My favorite show character?
Show character, yeah.
Show character. Do the Mydril count? Let's see. Favorite show character. That's a tough one. Algomar's stupid, so it can't be Algomar. Lan is oh man. Favorite show character. Can it be the girl that gave Matt the doll?
His sister?
I can't freaking think. I mean, because they just destroyed everybody. I'm trying to think. It's so hard to
Dude,
freaking
Narg. It's got
Narg. Yeah, there you go.
Narg's
Narg.
the best
Narg. Narg.
one.
Narg is the best character. There it is.
Narg
Narg.
is dude. If they cut out everything except those like 5 minutes of Narg, dude, the show would be good. The show would be good. It would be 1 hour of Narg every
I
episode.
think no. Actually, my favorite character is the axe that Fridge's Perrin's wife. There you go.
Axe that Farron
The,
kills his dude.
the
Gotta
axe
be the
that
best character, man. Oh my god.
I mean the axe that Fridge's his wife is got to be it. Oh, I guess and that's something else I want to ask. Do you think they are? I'm pretty sure they are, but do you think they're just making the one power one thing and eliminating Sadin and Sadar?
Um, like, are
Because
they
I
just
feel
gonna completely
like
get rid of
you
the whole gender thing?
yeah. Do you think
I
they're
don't think
just
so.
doing away with the gender thing and males are dirty and females are in general
I
clean?
I don't think they are. I don't think they will.
So you don't think they're gonna touch Sadin at all?
I mean, they referenced male half of the one power and female half of the one power.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure they did.
I don't think they did.
Maybe I remember. I thought they did.
Chat back me up on this. I don't think they mentioned Sadin. I mean they had that one line in the bad flashback for Louis Theron. Uh what did you think of that? How they portrayed the Age of Legends in that flashback?
It was, I don't know.
It's a
It was
little
weird.
weird,
It was
wasn't it?
weird. It was weird looking. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. So, I guess here's another one. What was Moshin Shin? How you thought it would be?
The Black Wind.
The Black Wind, the psychiatrist in the ways.
I mean, I was expecting them to be. I mean, that's pretty much how I imagined it looking.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But as for them, like, I was expecting a lot more like, I don't know the best word, like brutal, ruthless. I guess
Yeah.
not.
Well, I mean, it should have been eating people,
Yeah,
right?
I mean, it
So,
was just sort of like sitting there going, you suck, you suck, bro. Hey, man, that wasn't. You're kind of lame, man." It's
yeah.
like, oh, all
Well,
right,
you're the
dude.
dragon, bro. Yeah, you've been
Hey,
channeling
dude,
all
you're the
along.
dragon, man. Hey, man,
Yeah, yeah.
you're the dragon. It's
The
like, dude,
tad,
oh my
go.
god.
Yeah. The talent should be said, I almost broke my computer monitor. I was so enraged at the character assassination of Louis Theron. Yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. I don't even know what else to say about it. Just I got a weird feeling when I saw who they cast for it, and just it was just their take on speaking the old tongue and all that stuff, and it was just I don't know. It's hard when you start thinking about it. It's hard to think of anything they got right, which is it's terrible. I mean, it was like we were talking
Well, they
about
spelled Wheel of
before.
Time right, so I mean, props to
Uh,
them.
yeah,
Kudos.
yeah, right. But it's like like the whole they sort of tried to give
He
you an
doesn't like you. Yeah, dude.
but they sort of tried to give you an overview of land, and it's like I spoke on it before, like that Agomar scene where he's just talking to them, explaining why everybody basically is like Dashar, Malkir, and talking to him and just revere land so much in the Borderlands. When he explained that's it. That's like one of those things I don't understand. They tried to do something with that when they're sitting at dinner with a old Malkir guy, but it's like, why did you choose to do it that way instead of doing it the way in the book? So it's one of those things. I'll never understand it. And yeah, I don't know. So I guess we should probably wrap this up because unless anybody else has any other questions, we got to get you because we got to get you started on the Great Hunt because apparently, uh, they're doing the Great Hunt and the Dragon Reborn, right? Is
Yeah.
is what they said. So they're gonna. Well, we'll see. They also pretended to do uh, the Eye of the World. So they said the Eye of the World and the Great Hunt, and oh, I guess I asked you about Matt. How
Oh man, yeah, okay.
where did I don't, it's hard to ask you that question because you're only done with Eye of the World, but it bothers me so much that Fane just has the horn. Um, I guess what did you think of the last Rand scene? His battle.
His battle with the Dark One.
Oh, well, that's the thing too. Is he the Dark One or was it Balzamon? Right?
I
Like,
yeah,
do you even know if they know? Like, that's the other
not
thing
even
that
really
bothered
sure
me is like
who
I
it
don't know
was.
that they know. Like, they're calling it. Is it Balsamar? Is it the Dark One? Is it Ishmael? I don't know.
Um, are you talking about show or book?
Yeah, the show. I mean, the show. I mean, it doesn't compare in the book. The book is just
Well, yeah,
full on magic fight, right? So
yeah. So I mean, it wasn't very good. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't good at all. In the show. Let's talk the show. Um, but it's, I don't know. It felt very like boring for
yeah,
the fight between the dragon and the dark one.
yeah. It was like,
In the
yeah, it
show,
was
it's
the way.
like he just like ends up stabbing a dagger into him. It's like his sword into him. It's like, really, like
Yeah,
that's it. Like that's the oh so scary dark one. Like,
yeah,
uh,
yeah. I don't get it either, right? So,
yeah.
uh, but Salty Texas C says this was a incredibly good stream. Thank you. Well, thank you for
Thank you.
coming, everybody. Jaden, what do you think of Daniel Green at this point? I am pretty much, I would assume, like most of the people in this chat. I watched Daniel Green for a long time because I enjoy
I don't know who that is.
Stormlight Archive. I enjoy a lot of fantasy books. David Eddings. I read a bunch of Terry Goodkind stuff. Ryan's is very Warcraft oriented. He's read a bunch of fantasy Warcraft books and some a little bit of
A lot of
a
Warcraft books.
little bit of Sanderson stuff, but I watched I watched him. I wouldn't say religiously, but I watched him quite a bit because he seemed to be the best one out there giving any information on any fantasy type stuff, at least for me. And as soon as he went chill, I unsubscribed because I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it because it's like you could tell it's sort of the same thing that's going on with the well, it is the exact same thing that's going on with the Rings of Power thing. They picked no, it was a little worse with because I don't really I don't want to talk trash about other channels, but they picked the most prominent Wheel of Time channels. They
Yeah,
flew him
that
out.
guy sucks. Screw that guy.
They flew him out to London.
Worst guy ever. Hashtag canceled.
Yeah, well,
I don't know who you guys
paid
talking
him off, and they came back, singing his praises. The exact same thing that's happening now with Rings of Power. So, uh, I unsubscribed because it was, the tap dancing to try and say it was a good show, really sort of made me question his integrity a little bit. And uh, it, I didn't believe what was coming out of his mouth, I guess. And at that point, what's the point in even watching it, right? So I just want to check, make sure. Uh, uh, so you got anything?
Any questions?
What's that?
Is there any questions from anybody?
I think we're pretty good. So I mean, we've been doing this for about an hour and a half, which is a lot better than I thought. I mean, I'm happy.
Yeah.
Thank you, chat, for all the questions. You really helped us out. Maybe I can drag you along for some episode reviews when the show comes
On the
out.
show, I'd be up
That
for
could be
that.
that could be fun. Get some other guests. I don't know. We'll see. But this was fun. I'm glad you agreed to do it, and I'm glad I've got you into Wheel of Time. I did do it. I did have to drag you into it. You actually are enjoying it. So
Yes, I am enjoying Wheel of Time. I am enjoying the books.
yeah, I think what do you guys think? Should he read the books before or after season 2? Do you think he should read The Great Hunt and Dragon Reborn before it comes out or after, sort of like he did with this show? What do you guys think? Because I think he should read it first. I don't know. So,
Well, I mean,
but
early 2023. I mean, I got plenty of time to read that.
yeah.
Good
So
for you.
Dovey says before, Salty says before. I think that's pretty clear. Yeah, before will be the best thing. Oh, we got. I am
Oh,
Vendel
here
sneaking it in the back door. One last question. Did the representation in the show make you feel uplifted? At any point, did you scream, "Yes, Queen"?
Every single minute of the show. I mean, come on. Every
When
single time anyone entered the screen, I was like, yes, dude.
you know,
Yes,
it's
dude. Well, yes. Yeah,
it,
absolutely. Oh, 100%.
getting lots of befores, 100% first. Anytime Nynaeve showed up, I just wept and
I wept in joy because I knew I would never be as good as
because
them.
I saw a miracle happen, and it's like, oh my god. Like, so. So, son of prophet, welcome to the family. Well, maybe we could get him on camera at some point,
Warm
but
welcomes, everyone.
his handsome young face might destroy us all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe we'll work up to it. But Rockman is pretty handsome as well.
I mean,
so.
come on, Mega Man is kind of awesome. So I mean,
Yeah, that's
he's
true.
pretty good
That's
looking.
true.
I mean,
so you want to say anything before we take off, Ryan?
Well, I think I will read. I'm gonna read the second book and maybe the third book if I can fit it in before the next season comes out, early 2023, I guess.
Yep.
Well, I'm gonna just go all in. Might as well.
Yeah. I got them all on the audiobook and I got them on my shelf back here. So whichever way you want to read it.
Steal your Audible account.
There you go. Absolutely.
Well, yeah, thank you for the welcome into the Wheel of Time community. I am 15 years old. To Jaden Hamilton.
He's 15 years old. Yeah.
So, yeah.
See, that's the word. That's the thing. I almost want to start theory crafting about the show, because theory crafting is some of the best stuff you can do with fantasy, is just like trying to guess what's going to happen next. So that might be fun, even though the show is a complete dumpster fire with grease in it. That will never
a grease
burn
fire
out.
that people are pouring water on.
Yeah, exactly. It just won't burn out. It might be fun just to try and like guess where it's going. Just So, because that's
what's gonna happen to the tidal wave that army sent on the little?
Yeah, I mean that was like, man,
dude,
the scene
was so scary.
Yeah. Why do you think that's a good question. Why? We'll leave on that. I think. Why do you think the Scene Chan hate little girls?
Because, because dude, that child's a special one. Okay, that child is like the waves before the wave hits. Like she reveals her true form. It's like a huge like demon lord that comes out and it's like, my master plan will not be stopped. And he hits the ground and it sends 8 tidal waves back in the army. I don't know, dude. It's so, I don't know, stupid. I guess they really just hate children. I don't know.
Yeah. Greg Miller says Audible is the way to go. I agree, Greg. I feel like you can, what it's so easy just to just pop an earbud in and just listen, right? You can do it whether it's in the car or just doing whatever, right? And then just the voice acting for all of the books. No, we're not talking the Rosamund Pike version. We're talking about the Kate Redding and I forgot his name, but the other guy, he's really good. They do all the voice acting for the voice reading for Stormlight and for Wheel of Time. They do such a good job. It's like you get a even better grasp of the characters, I feel like, from them reading it, because it's just they do such a great job. So I agree, Greg. Absolutely. Michael Kramer, there you go. I can't believe I forgot it. Michael Kramer and Kate Redding. Yes, absolutely, sir. So they're fantastic. Audible is definitely the way to go. But I own the books too, just because sometimes it's nice to have a book in your hand, right? So yeah, I guess with that, you said your piece, Ryan. I just want to thank all of you again for joining us. My first live stream. Thank you so much. 19 to 20 people here.
Yeah,
it's blown me away, guys. Like, I didn't expect. We were talking before. I was like, we could be talking to each other. This could be quite weird. But thank you so much. I plan on doing more of these. Maybe with Ryan, maybe with some other people, talking probably Wheel of Time, maybe some other stuff. I don't know. But I do want to say, I know I did the poll a while ago about the Wheel of Time game. I don't know if anybody here voted on it, but I've got it. I'm set up to play it. So maybe we'll do some Wheel of Time game streams just for fun.
Wheel of Time the game.
Yeah, Wheel of Time.
What was it on?
I don't even know. It's like a first person shooter. It's the weirdest thing. If you guys want to see somebody die over and over and over again, like
Oh yeah, Dad's really good at that.
Yeah, Elden Ring. I died about 2 million times before I gave up because I just So I think it could be fun. So we'll see. I may be doing some of that, but I think a lot more of these discussions, especially now that we've well. I guess I was going to say something that I shouldn't. So, but we got the first stream under the bag. So it's all uphill from here, right? Downhill, yeah. All downhill. I did it wrong. Man, I'm an old man, aren't I?
Yeah. Come on, you're not that old.
Yeah. So, well, thank you guys again for coming. I appreciate you all. Please like and share and subscribe and all that good stuff. And Thank you again. Until
Thank you,
we see you
everybody.
guys again. You know what they say. All hail the Lord
All hail
Dragon.
Lord Dragon.
Keep fighting the good fight. Keep talking trash about the Wheel of Time show because it's terrible. And we won't let them forget it, right? So
Yeah.
go check out the White Cloaks. Check it out. You won't regret it. It's funny. Have a great night, guys.
Good night, everyone.